Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Plenty of stocks to talk about today, so let's begin very quickly. First up, you have a couple of these two-wheeler guys that reported their numbers post-market hours yesterday, the sales numbers, that is. I'm going with green both for Hero MotoCorp and Royal Enfield, and here's why. It's a double-digit growth for Hero MotoCorp in the month of February, which is good compared to what we've seen in the preceding months. So total sales for Hero has come in at 3.94 lakhs. Now, this compares to 3.5 lakhs in Feb of 2022. But even if you look at the preceding 3 months, it's been in a range of around 3.3 to 3.5 lakhs. In that context, 3.94 is good. Even in the scooter and in the motorcycle segment, Hero MotoCorp has seen an improvement. The company says that there's double-digit growth in February, consumer sentiment is improving, and this positive trend will improve in the coming months. So I'm going with green there. For Royal Enfield as well, in fact, both Royal Enfield and the commercial vehicle division saw a strong growth in the month of February. Royal Enfield sales went up 21% year-on-year. Month-on-month comparisons are not fair because February had fewer days than January. In that context, the sales were lesser. But commercial vehicle sales were very strong for Eicher Motors. A 40% growth is what we saw. So I'm going with green both for Eicher and Hero. I just want to make a point here that the domestic sales growth is picking up for all two-wheelers, whether it's Eicher, Hero, TVS, as well as Bajaj. But whether that lasts or not, only time will tell, because there is a weakening monsoon expected. There is the El Nino as well, which could dampen demand. So for now, things are looking good on the domestic piece, but the recovery should be sustainable.
Okay, all right, Sonia, thanks for that. Well, let's hop across to Abhishek. He was tuned into the Axis Bank on call yesterday. Abhishek, what are the takeaways?
Well, the key highlight to begin is that they said that the acquisition of Citi's India consumer business is at an accelerated time frame and ahead of schedule as well. So ROE for the Citi business is around 21.7%. So this is an ROE accretive deal that they have done. There is no hurry to approach the market anytime soon for fundraise. Remember that 177 basis point of CET1 will be eaten on account of this acquisition. So they would acquire 23,700 crore on assets, which is about 3.5% of the total assets, and about 40,000 crore of liabilities, which is around 4.5% of their liabilities. Now, this 40,000 crore is actually lesser than their earlier guidance of 50,200 crores. So bank will take a one-time hit on their PNL in Q4 FY23 towards the write-off that they do on the goodwill part. So integration cost is about 1,500 crore, which is expected to be spread in the next 18 months. So, not much over there in terms of cost. So, good acquisition and good detail that has been given by Axis Bank. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. That's an Axis Bank. But railway stocks are in focus this morning. Vivek is here to give us the latest on that. Vivek, over to you.
Well, good morning. Some important developments coming in. So, the tranche of 200 Vande Bharat train set orders, the bidding details are out, and there are 3 clear winners that we can see. First on our list is RVNL. Now, RVNL, in consortium with a Russian company, has emerged as the lowest bidder. Now, remember, this particular, Vande Bharat train set order was for 200 train sets. So, RVNL's estimated cost was almost 120 crore per train set, and, RVNL has 25% share in the JV. Now, very importantly for BHEL, which in consortium with Titagar Wagons, emerged as L2 bidder. So their estimated cost was 140 crores per train set. Now, what it implies is that if BHEL, as well as in consortium with Titagar Wagon, agrees to match the L1 bidding order, they too will get part of the order. So 120 train sets will be manufactured by RVNL in consortium with its Russian partner, and the other 80 train sets will be done or will be manufactured by BHEL with Titagar Wagons. The total cost of the total order size is estimated at 58,000 crores, a significant order, and the L1 bidder will manufacture 120 train sets, and for this, the 26,000 crores is an upfront payment, and the remainder 32,000 crores will be over a period of 35 years, and this is for operations as well as maintenance.
All right, Vivek, thank you very much for that. But HAL and Bharat Forge are also in focus, aren't they?
Well, absolutely right. So HAL, what's actually happened is that the cabinet has gone ahead and approved buying 70 trainer aircraft from HAL, and the order size is worth over 6,830 crores. So it's a significant order win. This particular order will be supplied over a period of 6 years. Bharat Forge, newspaper reports are indicating that the Indian Army that had earlier proposed to buy advanced artillery gun system, it's in the final tranche, and the proposal is expected to be cleared by the Defense Ministry. This particular howitzer aircraft is expected to be done by both Bharat Forge and Tata Defense. Lowest bidder, similarly, 60% of the orders will get to the lowest bidder, and L2 will get the opportunity to manufacture the remainder 40% of the aircraft.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. Well, let's hop across to Manglam. Manglam, you're tracking some more stocks and news?
I have two stocks on my radar, Nigel. We start with Sunteck Realty. They've signed an exclusive licensing or rather lease deal with Upgrad for one of their projects in BKC, for which they will get a lease income of almost 2,000 crores over the tenure of this agreement. So that is a positive. The other one I'm watching out for is Electra Green Tech, and that's because one of their e-tippers, which is basically electric buses rather, have been deemed central road worthy as per the rules. So as a result of which, now those could be sold and ply on the roads itself. And they've also closed in on 20 bus orders for these e-tippers. So that could be a positive. We are awaiting some more coming in on this front itself. Electra, however, has been buzzing around for the last few trading sessions. Expect some more green today.
All right, thanks a lot for that. So many stocks in focus this morning. A lot of the defense, railway stocks, Sunteck Realty. Here's a quick recap in case you missed out on any of them. Hero, Eicher, good numbers coming through. Axis Bank, RVNL, BHAL, Titagarh Wagons, HAL, Bharat Forge, Sunteck Realty and Electra Green Tech. Well, guess what? There are no stocks on our radar with negative news flow. But one thing that is perhaps not working in our favor is the way crude is moving. Brent crude is now back close to $84 a barrel. Manisha Gupta is here to give us a quick roundup of all the action there. Manisha, good morning.
Morning, Sonia. Thank you for that. Well, yes, fourth straight day of gains coming in for the crude oil prices, and we could very well be closing this week in the positive here. The strong Chinese PMI data, Russia cutting oil exports, and weak U.S. crude output and very strong exports are some of the reasons that are keeping the crude oil prices on the higher side. Markets also will want to watch out for what the OPEC did in terms of production for the month of Feb. And with Russia cutting output from the month of March, is there going to be any increase at all is something that the street will keep an eye on. In the meanwhile, it's not just crude. The metal prices have continued to gain for a second straight day. Yesterday, overnight, you saw 1 to 2.5% of gains coming in across markets. The decline in US dollar index has been yet another supportive factor. And today in Asia as well, it is a very strong rebound, whether it's about energy, metals, and industrial commodities like cotton and rubber also seem to be trading at multi-week highs right now.
China and the PMI numbers really keeping things on the boil there. Manisha, thanks very much for that. We'll take a very quick break. We are back. Anand Tandon will be with us for some fundamental stock talk. Later, we'll also have the management of Krishna Institute of Medical Sciences, KIMS, to discuss the occupancy levels in the post-pandemic period, especially the two acquisitions over the last few years and how they're doing. Stay tuned. Those conversations lined up next.